moving forward, we're going to start including a diary entry every day because you want to get into the habit of journaling. So what that means, ignore the hair. Actually, it's not that bad. Check it. Not that bad. But here's the date. But yeah, we want to get down to making sure that we're doing our journaling every day. Yes, sir. Because that's an important habit to get into. Yeah. What's the focus for today? I haven't done a regular cycle in a minute. I'm gonna do a regular cycle, and then I'm gonna read over the spouse objection right quick, and then I'm gonna add that. I mean, right, but like, okay. We're gonna add the spouse objection. So talking to all these families, I found that there are a couple. Oh, almost forgot, Miss Jones. I try to see 30 families a day, so I only get a chance to stop by once with each family. I know everyone's a bit different, and I don't want to step on anyone's toes. When I was talking to Sally, she said that she's the one in charge of education because her husband works all the time. When I was over with Julie, she was saying she always makes decisions together with her husband. How does it work with your family? Would Dad trust you to make the buying decision, or would he want to be involved in this too? That is a great spouse objection. I think that's probably the best spouse objection I've heard, like, ever. Like, yeah, it gives names, and it gives the option of two positives. I haven't usually the spouse objection is like, did Dad trust you to do the financial objection, or should I just stop by later? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't. This feels like pretty natural. You know what I mean? Okay, talking to all these families, I found out there are a couple. Oh, almost forgot, Miss Jones. That's funny. It's ironic because if you say it, you didn't forget, but it's cap. You didn't. Anyway, I try to see 30 families a day, so I only get the chance to stop by once with each family. I try to see 30 families a day, so I only get to stop by once with each family. Right? I know everyone's a bit different, and I don't want to step on anybody's toes. When I was talking to Sally, I know everyone's a bit different. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. When I was talking to Sally, she said that she makes the educational decisions because her husband's at work all the time. When I was talking to Julie, she said that her and her husband like to make decisions together. She was saying she always makes decisions together with her husband. How does it work with your family? Okay, would Dad trust you to make the buying decision, or would he want to be involved in this too? That's a great spouse objection. I have so much conviction in that. Okay, talking to all these families, I found out that there are a couple. So talking to all these families, I found out that, oh, wait, I almost forgot. Miss Jones, I try to see 30 families a day, so I only get to show it to each family once. Now, I'll let the provided. I know everyone's a bit different, and I don't want to step on anyone's toes. When I was talking to Sally, she said that she's the one in charge of education because her husband works all the time. But when I was over with Julie, she was saying she always makes decisions together with her husband. How does it work with your family? Would Dad trust you to make the buying decision, or would he want to be involved in this too? Okay. Okay. Head ass. Alright, where would that go? The spouse objection would go. The spouse objection would go right after the. Okay. Where would the spouse objection go? I think the spouse objection goes right to the kid called dad. I think it'd be right after you talk to the kids. Because then you give them the buying atmosphere. I think you give them the buying atmosphere to ask, and then the spouse objection. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's in that order. Hold on. The iPad's dead. That's funny. Okay. I should have charged that during the day. I think when I left, it was at like 40%. Okay, we'll set that up. Ready, and okay. So talking to all these families, right? I was talking to all these families. I find out that there are a couple. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. So Miss Jones, I try to show this to 30 families every single day. So I'm only gonna show it to each family once. Now I know every family's different, and I hate to step on people's toes. So I hate to step on people's toes. When I was catching up with Sally, she said, I hate to step on anyone, and I hate to step on anyone's toes. When I was catching up with Sally, she said that she handles all the education stuff because her husband's always at work. But when I was catching up with Julie, she said that she always makes decisions together with her husband. How does it work for your family? Okay. Would Dad trust you to make the buying decision, or should I try to wait? Should I try to wait for him so he can be involved too? Or would he want to be involved in this too? It's not about me. I like that verbiage. Or would he want to be involved in this too? Lit. Okay. Awesome. And we're gonna assume that Dad is not home. Advantage books, door demo. Okay. And then, by the way, just so you know what I'm doing, I show an education house every school. Miss Jones down the road is telling me how it's hard to keep her kids in math because it's changed. Solidifying the call. Oh my! This sales talk is like complete. This is a lot of the advanced stuff that you got to learn throughout the summer. So getting this up front, game changer. Solidify the callback. Advantage books, door demo. Okay. All right, ready? We're gonna do the first, second, third approach, the entire cycle, and then we're gonna add in the spouse objection, right after the buying atmosphere, like right after the ask. Yeah. That's when you put the buying atmosphere, the spouse objection. Spouse objection. Lit. Insert spouse objection. Alright. Oi. I haven't done a real approach. I haven't done like a real cycle in a minute. This week has been a lot of like me reading and getting all the extra stuff down. So it's gonna be fun. Let's go. Titties. Ha. go-to ever. Hi. Hey, my name's Oscar with Southwestern Advantage. You must be the mom of the house. Great. I'm the college student who's been sitting down with all the families here in Yellow County School District, showing some educational resources from high schoolers down to toddlers. I'm not quite sure if you've had the chance to see me on Facebook yet, but I was just talking to the Grooms, the Rows, and the Campbells, and I wanted to stop by for a minute. I showed to 35 families every single day, so I only get a few minutes with each one. Do you have a quick place to sit inside, or would out here be better for you? No worries. I guess you haven't heard about me. Like I said, my name is Oscar. I'm actually a college student from North Dakota State University, and this is my summer internship. I've had a lot of fun sitting down with all the families, showing them our educational websites, and leadership program. It's something that the Grooms, the Rows, and the Campbells have picked up. So if you like it, great. And if not, that's okay too. I get credit just for showing you. And everyone's been super nice as long as I don't take up too much of their time. I can show you right out here. Oh, I can respect that. I'll go ahead and cross you off my map. Just so you know what I'm doing, Southwestern helps families with education. We create a system that helps families. We have a system that helps families that helps kids from kindergarten up through high school graduation with every subject in school. Now Miss Jones down the road was telling me how she'd love to be more involved with her kids' education, but sometimes when she tries to help, it gets a little bit tricky just because of how much things have changed. So what we actually do is we break down examples. Step by step from the easiest ones to the hardest ones, and put the old math and the new math side by side. And that'd be pretty helpful, wouldn't it? Right? Yeah. It takes 5 to 10 minutes. I can show you right here. It's pretty quick. Awesome. Like I said, my name's Oscar. I'm sorry I didn't catch your name. Beth? Nice to meet you, Beth. Just to be clear, I'm not at the schools at all, and I don't have anything you're required to get. I'm actually a college student from North Dakota State University. This is my summer internship. I'm doing this internship to help pay my way through school. The plan is to be debt-free by the time I graduate. So Miss Jones, this is actually my 4th week out here, and it's been a blast. It's been awesome sitting down with all the families, showing them educational resources, showing them our educational resources in leadership development program this summer. I get to help kids with learning their ABCs up through ACT, SAT prep, and in exchange, I gain experience, develop my skills, and help pay for school. Super cool, right? Right. I found that a lot of the families in the area a lot of the parents in the area are really education conscious, and many are concerned about what's being taught in the schools nowadays. Our system is a combination of educational resources, apps, and leadership program because most families feel it takes a lot more than just academics to excel in life. Many parents pick it up to help their kids get better grades in school or to save time on studying. Some of the families, you might recognize some of the families that I picked this up for me, like the Johnsons or the Jamesons. Everyone knows the Jamesons, right? So Miss Jones, I'm sure you'll love it, but I've come to find from experience, it goes by a lot quicker if I show the kids. After all, they're the ones that are going to be using it. No need to buy something they're not going to use, right? Can you grab the kids and dad? Awesome. Hey, Billy. That's your name, right? Awesome. Hey, Billy. My name's Oscar. I'm a college student from North Dakota State University. Have you heard of that school before? Awesome. Well, I'm going to be in the area this summer, sitting down with all your friends and their families, showing them some super cool stuff for school. No, it's not extra work or extra homework. It's just a super huge time saver. And no, you're not going to get shipped off to anywhere. Right? Right? Awesome. Okay. Yeah, so The only thing I do ask is I'll go ahead and give you a look, and you can let your mom and I know if it's something you think will be helpful for next year. If you don't like it, just be honest. It's okay. It's not good? Okay. So Billy, what grade are you in? What grade are you going to, I mean? Oh, I think we have some mutual friends. Okay. And do you do any sports, extracurricular activities, or anything outside of school? Okay, awesome. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, how do you do in school? Straight A's, A's, B's, BC's, straight F's. Awesome. Okay, great. Yeah. And okay. And what's your best subject in school? Oh, okay. What subject would you say takes the most time for you to get right? Like takes the most effort for you to get the grades you want out of it? Awesome. Great. Okay. And yeah. And lastly, are you more independent or do mom and dad help out? Awesome. Okay. Well, Billy, Beth, I'll go ahead and give you all a really good look at how the system works. You can let me know if it's something you think will be helpful. If you like it, great. I'll help you pick it up like I have for a lot of other families. But at the same time, if you don't want it, that's perfectly okay. All right? Okay. And the one favor I do ask is since I show this to 35 families every single day, I only get to show it to each family one time. So if you like it, great. That's a big fat yes. And if you don't like it, great. That's a big fat no. But if you're in between and kind of on the fence, is it fair to me to ask you to shoot me straight one way or the other? Awesome. I definitely appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and give y'all a quick look. Oh yeah, and Billy, just be honest. If you don't think you're gonna use it, just say that. I'd hate for your parents to buy something you're not gonna like, right? Awesome. Now, there's a couple reasons why. Almost forgot. Right. So, I love doing a service. I love doing a service for every family and helping them out with education. But I've come to find that every family is a little bit different, and I hate to step on toes. Now there's some families like when I was catching up with Sally, she was telling me how she makes all the education decisions because her husband's always at work. But I was catching up with Julia. She said that her and her husband make all the decisions together. Well, how does your family work? Okay, and would Dad trust you to make the final buying decision? Or would he want to be more involved in the decision? Or would he want to be more involved in the process? Or would he want to be involved in this too? Awesome. Okay, so there's a few reasons why everyone's been picking these up. The first is that moms and dads want to be involved in their kids' education. The problem is when a lot of moms and dads try to help, they find it's a little bit tricky because it's been such a long time since they were in school. They either forgot it, never had it, or a lot had changed since they last had it. Check this out. Notice how it says method 1. Notice how it has the old method 1 and the new method 2. It actually shows both so that parents and kids can relate to each other a lot easier. And the app actually has over 4,000 different videos breaking down a lot of these examples step by step by step. Isn't that neat? And it comes with a lot of different quizzes and worksheets to get extra practice to get extra practice for a test or if something's just not sticking the right way. Right? Isn't that cool? Right? And Billy, you ever notice how you go to class, you get 1 or 2 examples, get 20 to 30 problems of homework, then you gotta go home and you have like 30, you gotta go home and the last few problems are just way harder than the rest. Check this out. If you actually go on the app, since the iPad's dead, I'll just leave it over there and pretend this is the app. It's closed, so it's not really giving me any information. You actually go on the app, tap the page number, and then it'll actually give you all the problems on that page number. And it'll give you a problem with the page number with a video of a teacher breaking down the problem step by step by step. That way you have it written, but also you can see the teacher do it and see the teacher explain it to you. Wouldn't that be helpful? Super cool. The second reason why a lot of families are picking this up is because of time, specifically saving it. See, most families are super busy with sports, activities, and just work. And Google's really good for research projects and papers, but when it comes to day-to-day schoolwork, it's just not as helpful. For instance, in history, what do you usually have to remember? The peoples, places, dates, and events, right? Check this out. What if, instead of having to dig through a 40-page chapter and take notes to figure out the peoples, times, places, dates, and events, you just had a chronological timeline to put everything you need to know all together in one spot. And then after the timeline, that gives you a really good eagle's eye view. You can actually break down all the different events, step by step, all the different events. It says all the different events, one by one. Isn't that neat? It'd be super helpful, right? Now, the third reason, a lot of families tell me that education is super important because they want to see their kids have the best opportunities. Right? Now, whether your student needs a little bit of extra help to keep up and catch up, to either keep up or catch up with this, or they're a straight A student and want something else or they're a straight A student and want to advance at their own rate, there's plenty of help for everybody. There's plenty of help for everybody, right? Check this out. When you actually go through, check this out. If you go to page 652 in the English section, you actually get a breakdown of all your different parts of speech, conjugation of verbs, and rules of punctuation, all together in one spot. It's a bunch of cool examples. Isn't that neat? It's a bunch of cool examples. All right? And if you're a straight A student and want to advance at your own rate, you can also dig deeper into the periodic table of elements. Instead of it just being the elements, they're actually alphabetized, and then all the different elements are alphabetized in a brief description, in a great description of all the different elements, all alphabetized, are put and color-coded right in front of you. See how that could be helpful? So you don't just know where the elements are in the periodic table and what their atomic number is. You know how they're used, where they're used, and what their properties are. A lot of things that actually get tested on in the classroom. Isn't that neat? And lastly, Ms. Jones, we also, like I mentioned earlier, we also have our leadership component. Because most families feel it takes a lot more than just academics to excel in life. Now, our leadership component teaches kids success habits and interpersonal skills that they get to use throughout their lives. Things like goal setting, time management, attitude, being on a good schedule, all different things that are going to prove useful for any adult in life, right? Now, I'm sure, Miss Jones, you understand the importance of goal setting, right? Did you know that most students don't really get taught the proper way to set goals? See, if you actually break down a goal into 7 simple steps, and then 7 simple steps, and then break down each of the steps into actions, you significantly increase the likelihood of you being able to achieve that goal. Everything is self-paced, and through completion, you get certificates and letters of recommendation. All things that look great on college applications, and letters of recommendation for college applications, and resumes for job applications. Isn't that neat? And the most important and the biggest part about the LEAD program is actually the personal mentorship that you gain. Personal mentorship. You get to talk to somebody like me who's been through the program and has gained a lot of success by applying a lot of the principles, and he guides you through how to apply all the different life lessons one by one throughout your life. Kind of like a life coach, but kind of like a life coach that's young and able to relate to students a lot easier. Isn't that neat? Right now, just to sum it up, we have a super cool set of books. Yeah, that's a long sit down. I think I started at like 12 actually, so I'm 13 minutes deep. I'll look back at the film and check it out. But anyway, log back in. Right? I have a super cool set of books. Covers every subject they're going to learn from right now up until when they graduate high school. Everything in math, from algebra, trigonometry, geometry, all the way up until calculus when they graduate. With science, you got biology, chemistry, earth science, space science, ecology, and even physics. For social studies and language arts, we cover history, government, economics, geography, grammar, writing, and literature. Isn't that neat? Awesome, right? Now, the cool thing about that, right, isn't that neat? Awesome, right? And on top of that, isn't that the nicest set of books you've ever seen? Boy, wouldn't those have been helpful back when we were in school? Right? You can probably see why a lot of families have been picking these up, right? Right. Now. Right? Right. Now, big reason why I've been super successful is because of the price. A lot of families view education as an investment. And when you think investment, you think huge numbers. Like, I know from personal experience that a college textbook can be anywhere from $200 to $300. Times 5 or 6 different courses per semester. Even the College Board recommends budgeting anywhere from $2,000 to $2,500 each academic year. A personal private tutor can cost anywhere from $50 to $100 for 1 hour. A private learning center like Mathnasium, Kumon, or Sullivan can be anywhere from $300 to $600 a month. And a lot of families invest in that because a lot of families see the value of education, which is one thing you can't take away from the kids. It's a great education. Now, I think the reason why over 1 million families have been picked this up since 2010 is in the last 10 years is because it's practical, user-friendly. It's also easy on the user-friendly. It's also easy on the wallet, you know? Instead, for a set of books that covers everything from where they are now up until when they graduate, most families think that could cost anywhere from $2,000, $2,500, even $3,000. But in reality, it's just 4 payments of $250. That's not bad. And the cool thing about the apps and websites is that instead of it being $100 a month, where you get access to 6 different apps and websites, you can have 6 different logins on each different app. It's just $24.95 a month. That's less than $1 a day, and it's all subscription based. So if you don't like it, you could just unsubscribe. Isn't that neat? That's not bad. And I was catching up with the Jennings family. They were telling me how they spend way more than that on their sports equipment, tablets, video games, technology, vacations, and just the fast food drive-thru throughout the year. But when it came to their kids' education, that was something they really couldn't put a price on. And they saw it as more of a small investment versus a small investment, a short-term investment versus, and they saw it more as a long-term investment versus a short-term expense. All right. Now, what families love about the way I do business is I take orders today. I deliver the books. I take orders today. You get access to the websites and apps today. And I've been able to work something out to every single family. Now, some families can be like you could be like the Thompson family, and there's 3 different ways to invest in your kids' education. You could be like the Thompson family, who decided to write me a check for the entire amount all at once, so they wouldn't have to worry about it at the end of my summer, because that's when my account ends, and that's when I can't make any more payments, right? Right? You could be like the Grant family. You be like the Grant family that decided to split it up into 2 payments, one now, one at the end of the one now, and then one at the end of the semester, right? One now and then one in a month from now. Or you could be like the Johnson family, who decided to split it up into 3 or 4 payments. You know, they told me that, hey, Oscar, We love the books and we want the books, but right now we have to squeeze into our budget. And we can't do all of it now or half of it now, but we could do in 3 or 4 payments. And whatever you choose is the best, and I don't mind, whatever you choose is whatever is best for you, right? And the cool thing about the LEAD program is a lot of like personal life coaches can be anywhere from $600 to $700 a month, but $600 to $700 a session. For the LEAD program, you get a couple sessions a month and it's only $100 a month. It's not bad, right? Awesome. Awesome, right? Yeah, let's go. Okay. Yeah, so for me to do a proper service, I need to break down. Yeah, for me to do a proper service, I need a way to reach out to you. What's the address for this place? Okay, phone number, email, first name, last name. Awesome. Great. Okay. Yeah, our automated system will send you a text about a week in advance to let you know the exact day. Letting you know the exact day that I'll be back with your books. That way you can be expecting me. That way I can deliver to you on the same day as the Johnsons, the Jeffersons, and the Jacksons. But in order for me to receive that text, get a phone number. What's the best phone number to reach out to you? Awesome. And that's a cycle, baby. The spousal objection was kind of smooth. The third approach needed some work, though. I don't know how long the sit down was, honestly, from beginning to close. But it was like 18, 17 minutes. But I added a lot of extra stuff that I shouldn't have added in. We'll work on that.